welcome to Movie Review Mom. I'm the mom and I do the movie reviews. And if you are a subscriber returning to my channel, you might be doing a double take saying, wait a minute, is that Trina? Because my twin sister is in town visiting me and she has darker hair and convinced me to change the color of my hair. So what do you think? I think it's really dark, don't you? I don't know. Comment below. Do you like it better, lighter or darker? I'm really curious to see what you're going to say. Plus, I've been sick for 2 weeks, so I look all pale and icky, but enough about me. The movie I'm reviewing today is called Do Revenge, but it is related because in the movie Do Revenge, it's all about looks and popularity and money and all that kind of stuff. I'll get to that in a minute. This dark comedy movie was released on Netflix just recently. It's rated TVMA. However, I would rate it R if it's a movie, a standalone movie, for a bunch of reasons. And I'll get to that when I share my tips for parents. It's almost 2 hours long, minus 2 minutes, which is a lot. The movie review mom grade I'm giving it is a B minus, and I'll explain why. Keep watching. I'll give you an overview in a nutshell, and then I'll point out things I liked and didn't like, as well as offer tips for parents, themes worth talking about, interesting lines, funny lines, and even recommendations for other movies that I think are sort of similar that you'll like if you like those generally, and vice versa. All right, so in a nutshell, Drea is at the peak of her high school powers when her entire life goes up in flames after her sex tape, yes, that's what I said, in high school, gets leaked to the whole school, seemingly by her ex-boyfriend and the king of the school named Max. Eleanor is an awkward new transfer student who's angered to find out that she now has to go to school with her old bully, Carissa, who started a nasty rumor about her in summer camp when they were just 13 years old. So after a clandestine run-in at tennis camp, Drea and Eleanor form an unlikely and secret friendship to get revenge on each other's tormentors. The movie was directed by Jennifer Caton Robinson, who also wrote it with the help of Celeste Ballard. All right, so there were a few things that I liked about this movie. We'll start with those. First of all, I was excited to see Maya Hawke because she's the daughter of legendary actors Uma Thurman and Ethan Hawke. So surely she picked up a few tips from her award-winning parents over the years. She looks just like them and did an excellent job. Camilla Mendes also did a fantastic job, and those two are the leading ladies in this film. It was fun to see Sarah Michelle Gellar in something again. She looks great. There were so many nods to the movie that she previously starred in called Cruel Intentions. The director, in fact, changed some of her lines so that her character in this movie would sound more like her character in that movie. And with that, there are many other respectful nods to past teen movies in the similar genre of revenge and hate and all of that from the 1990s. The soundtrack even includes music from some of them. If you've read the book Strangers on a Train by Patricia Highsmith, you'll get a kick out of seeing Maya Hawke's character reading the book. And if you don't know anything about the book, it won't surprise you that the story is about two people getting revenge, or should I say, doing revenge. There is fantastic costume design in this movie by Alana Mooreshead, and fans of Game of Thrones will love the small cameo performance by Sophie Turner in the film. The movie is very self-aware of how ridiculously woke and narcissistic all of the characters are. And that's what makes it fun and, for me, tolerable, is because it's all done tongue-in-cheek. However, if you think it's a serious film, you're not going to like it. And that leads me into some of the things that I didn't like. For example, I couldn't stand any of the characters in this movie. What makes me sad is knowing that some teen viewers will try to emulate what they see in this movie, thinking that these characters are awesome. Adults can recognize that this movie is satire, but young viewers might not recognize it and take it for what they're seeing. And like I said, want to start dressing like these teens and acting like them. Everyone in the movie seems to have endless amounts of money and no parents, apparently. Movies like this, I think, set up ridiculous expectations for teenagers. And no one in the movie looked like a high school kid at all, not even close. And I think that it kind of dumbs down the audience, or it makes the audience feel like they're being spoken down to. We get it. They are not teenagers. Give us teenagers and then it'll be more believable. And why are girls so shallow and so quick to give it away to a dumb guy? Maybe he's cute, but that's not worth giving it away for. And in this movie, there's a lot of that going on. The movie overstays its welcome, definitely, clocking in at almost 2 hours long. Teens today may not recognize the Easter eggs in the movie, nor appreciate how clever some of them actually are. The movie almost seems like it's really intended for millennials who are, going back to their high school reunions and reliving some of these tortured moments. Let me give you some tips for parents. This movie is rated R because of the language and a lot of the things that it portrays. For example, all of the teens in this movie, or supposed teens, are terrible role models for your kids. So if your kids insist on watching it, please have some conversations with them about why this movie is really intended to be a cautionary tale, not a role model movie. We see teens drinking a ton of alcohol, and expensive alcohol at that. We see them smoking weed and doing lines of cocaine. A bunch of teens get high on mushrooms. A teen guy feels up a girl and we watch him do it. A girl makes a sex tape for her boyfriend and they talk about it. Luckily, we don't see details. We just see her starting to film it, and that's bad enough. Some of the themes in the movie are revenge, obviously, narcissism, forgiveness, anger management, trust. Lesbians are portrayed and they kiss actually and start climbing on each other. I should have that in my tips for parents section. Other themes are choices and consequences, superficiality and shame, teens in high school, social status, money, power. And did I mention that the movie has tons of profanity and F-bombs and just crude language overall? Again, I would not want to go to high school with any of these kids. I just thought they were so narcissistic and superficial and phony baloney, all of that. So there were some interesting lines in the movie. I like to have them on my written review at moviereviewmom.com, so you can check them out all over there, but I'll share some of them with you right now. For example, Camilla Mendes says, peaking in high school is cringe anyway, as she's talking about what she wants to accomplish in high school and then beyond. Maya Hawke's character says, my therapist, the beloved Dr. Gratch, says that hurt people, but I just don't think that applies to teenage girls. I think sometimes they're just evil. And I think that that's probably true. All right, so there's more interesting lines. You can go on my website and check those out. But before we go, let me share some recommendations for some other movies that are classics of that genre that I think you'll also enjoy. First one is Mean Girls, of course. I know several people who say that's their favorite all-time movie ever. And I was like, really? And I think, wow, does that reveal how they spent their high school years or what? Another one is Cruel Intentions, of course, starring Sarah Michelle Gellar. And so you'll recognize some lines and moments, and even like the last scene where a car is driving away, all from the movie Cruel Intentions. And then a couple others are John Tucker Must Die, and again, the classic Clueless. Good old high school teen drama movies and comedies, dramedies from the 1990s. All right, that's it. Thanks so much for spending a few minutes with me. I hope if you choose to watch this movie that you get a kick out of it. And if this doesn't sound like your cup of tea or people that you want to spend time with, then by all means, skip this one. And I've got plenty more good ones to recommend. So check out my website and my YouTube channel to find out which movies I think are worth your time and money. Have a fantastic day. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.